Hello and welcome to C is for Crown on this fine July 1st, Canada Day. I do believe it's Canada Day. My sleep schedule is horribly out of whack. We've had a stretch of really hot weather, so as I don't deal with hot weather very well, I'm sleeping all over the place, napping here, napping there, napping someplace else. And there's the crown cat and the sage cat. Morgana doesn't go outside because she has issues. And I saw, there's Bastion. So I thought I'd take a quick walk around the acreage here. I have not watered this till this morning. Yeah, it was 20 to 6 when I looked at the clock. I have puppies who just sprung up beside the step, so they got a little drink of water. Over here I did have shepherd's purse. It's a lot of people consider it a weed, but it's not. But I finally got tomatoes outside. That's a lilac. I have a lilac and a rose seedling that I dug up that's just, I don't think it survived, but yeah. Here's the other lilac. The lilacs seem to transplant better because these were all planted like last month or like in May. I was out here doing stuff, so I got these two are like the start of edging for over here. In there is a peony. And another lilac right there. And a lilac there. Here was where I had the pallets where I was having sort of like a prayer, meditation, just go sit outside space that I wanted. And I have since decided to change that. I've done that. Birds are making a mess with their food, but lilac. I'm going sort of the easy way. Yes, bushes require maintenance, but far less than grass. My poor pansies right here, kind of heat. I gotta get out and deadhead peonies. Something, I have no idea what that is. Need a bunch of work in here. But I do believe I have one chokecherry bush in there. So that's cool. So I use this little bit of a pipe and a pie plate with a piece of cementy rock thing in there for bird feeder. And they love it. The birds love it. Cats can see it from the living room window. There's some sad pansies in there. Lilac bush. I shoved my lettuce in here because, yeah, they get a bunch of sun, but they also get a bunch of shade. I've got a lot of work in there with weeding. I will get one day to it. I'm just gonna, this hot weather will disappear. Like Canadian temperatures of upwards of like 35 degrees Celsius, which I loosely worked out with a math equation of 3 times like 35 and then minus 10 will give you roughly what the Fahrenheit temperatures are for the States. So 3 times 5 is 15, so it's like 105, minus 10 is 95. So there you go. One little daisy. And I got all this going in here. There are nasturtiums in here. And with this hot temperature, if anyone ever wants to debate whether I should be watering, I didn't water yesterday and I have wilty in here and it shows, but if anyone ever wanted to debate between watering the edibles and watering plants, I did not put as much water on bushes as I have on the flowers, but daisies have their food and other assorted things. Pansies are edible. Those are my chives that have they're been and done, but the green parts could if I continue. So I want more daisies. Roses, which are most definitely edible. And oh, check it out. Oh, I missed him. Too slow. There he is. There she is. There she is. We have a bee. And there's the other reason why I water. Oh. Sorry, that's blurry. But if the roses keep blooming because I keep this all wet, then the bees come. The bees come and do their thing, which is great for everybody who has flowering vegetables or whatever that need it. And I got teeny tiny little rosebuds underneath, but that's amazing. We have a guest, and today's is the bee checking out all the roses. And I cut them back like in April or something, and everything came back, so that's really kind of cool. Plus rose hips, which is the seed part that will grow from that. Sorry, it's not clear, but will grow from here. They're edible. You can mix a spread, and they're beautiful. So got all this heat, and because I was watering, I did water a little bit. The roses are still blooming into July and not dying off because of the heat. Yeah, so here we go. There's a rose hip. Those will turn red. And as far as I've ever noticed in the years that I've been in the house, the birds don't eat these. So I can turn them into a spread, which is not too bad, with peanut butter, on bread. You know, it's good. So there's some nasturtiums. So nasturtiums, you can eat the leaves, the flowers, and the seeds in there. And there's another little rose and around a corner. And I have petunias. That was red, and all this funky ass weather that we've been having completely changed some of my petunias. So I've got stuff that I'm doing down around the corner. Oh yeah, that's the cool thing. I'll just go back around the corner. More rose babies. And a ton of daisies. I love daisies. Down in here, I thought I'd lost, because last September, when I wasn't home and I had to go to the hospital to deal with Kirk and everything that happened, I had a bunch of rose bushes in here, and friends of his came and helped out by mowing the grass and weeding and clipped all these, because they're not gardeners, they don't know. And so I thought I lost them, but yay, a bunch of them survived. There's a bunch in the grass mixed with the daisies, but I have to go in there by hand. And when I transplant daisies, I always end up taking 100 ton of grass with them. So I've got daisy. I'm not sure that this seedling is going to survive. It's pretty dead looking. Same with here. Those ones bit it. Oh, here we go. Patience is a virtue, Mr. Daisy. But get out of the way. I have leaves. It's not showing up. Oops. But I have leaves. I have leaves coming up there. So this one survived. More daisies. Daisies kind of just do their thing. I put some seeds in here. I have some other stuff that's growing. I didn't seed here, so I have plants, and I have plant in there. And that's regrowth carnation from last year. I think that rose, you can barely see it, it's basically dead. But I have all sorts of little ones to thin out from over there that are bigger that might do. These are acorn squash. There's 4 of them in there. I had 6 and 4 grew. Just out of acorns I got from the grocery store. I don't know if they will make fruit or not, but I have green plants. That's more lilac right there. And so yeah, I have some thinning out of weeds and things in the backyard here. So I will leave so the birds can continue to have their breakfast. Type thing. But I'm really hoping that today is supposed to be really, really hot. What you doing, Cleo? Hi, sweetie. So I'm really hoping I just didn't screw that up with those tomato plants. There is a possibility that I could lose them because it'll be too hot. So I'm hoping for a better month in July, because this is what depression does to gardeners. You end up with 1,000 weeds. Down here I have a tree ceiling because maples spread all over everywhere. That's just an onion from out of the kitchen. It's just a kitchen, one of those yellow onions. There's a, you can barely see it, there, peony I thought was a dahlia, so I have to move that. As you can see, old tire rim, pie plate, and a rock. The currant bush is doing phenomenal. I'm absolutely happy about that. And there's Bastion. There were berries in here at some point. I think I mentioned that in a video once before. What are you doing in my currant bush there? Hello, Simon. There are strawberries in this mass of mess. There, see, there's strawberry. And down in there, there is one growing. There's another strawberry over here. I have strawberries that came back over here. But yes, these were red. Solid red, like the pot out up front. And I have nasturtiums and something else. I can't remember what that is. But there was apparently a ton of dill seeds in here. So I have 100 ton of dill growing with weeds and everything else I planted. Unfortunately, the memorial garden kind of got buried in there. So I do have to go and pull. But I love this. That's alfalfa. I didn't plant that. That just grew, and I've kept it for bees and bugs. And rhubarb in the back, which is growing up phenomenally again. I've picked from it 2-3 times now, and I have that. I hardly water it, kind of just let it do its own thing. There was a variety of stuff in here. You can barely see the nasturtiums back there. Got a few sunflowers trying to do their due. Some more nasturtiums back here. My carrots are in here. I have carrots. Carrots! And I think I have poppies in here. But everything is kind of just overgrown. Carnation, nasturtium, beans, and a whole pile of marigold. I've got to go in here and thin out when I weed. And down here, there's one here, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what's happening. I lost my peas a long time ago. Been collecting lattice. This is plastic. There's some wood ones. That's a pile of wood that was around the yard for various projects that Kirk had. One of the things about feeding the birds is I'm getting things like sunflowers growing up that I did not plant. So Mother Nature is doing her own gardening here on the acreage, and like I got a good one right here because I used to have it sitting up on the bench here, and so yeah, I have that. Definitely looks like a sunflower. And, whoops, sorry, Bastion, and not a corn. I kicked my kid. I'm such an awful mom. I tried to move his cord. Hello, sweetheart. There's a Bastion. His cord out of the way. Well, that's as far as you go. That's all the cord you got. Sorry. I'm thinking Simon's all tied up in there. You would think from being outside, he would over the years here, he would have figured it out. So I took a bunch of this and put it in the hole in the front yard. This is what I used to fill it up. That's why there's some plastic on there, so I don't have to water all the time to keep it from blowing all over everywhere. Tree trimmings, tree branches can go in compost, but you have to, they're going to take forever. I use them for air spacing and to keep things from getting too compact in there. And this is a birdseed garden. I took birdseed and planted in here, so I have what looks like sunflowers, the grass. Let's see if I can get it right there. The grass is making seeds, so there's millet and stuff in here along with sunflowers. I put beans in here, runner beans in here, because I was hoping it would like grow up on the back of the composter, because that would be cool. I put potatoes that had gone and were sprouting in here. And so this is grass. I need to pull this all out because that's grass. This was bagged up seed mix of stuff. So I think I got weeds and plants, just all sorts of a variety of things. Another lilac there, maple tree that I'm going to bush. This is the new compost. I'm thinking about turning this one into a compost for the cat litter. It has occurred to me that if I get rid of dumping it, sending it to the dump, I might only have 1 bag of garbage a month. So there's a book with part of the title, I'm not sure exactly what the title, but it starts out with humanure. And apparently it is quite, if you do it properly, you can compost your poop. And they do it a lot for composting toilets for tiny homes. So I throw all the garbage bits of the bird feeders in here, and so I have bird food growing in here. And the birds do come if there's anything worth eating. They do come. They come in here and they check. Cat food bag that I was using to collect household compost. So yeah, I thought I would use this one, figure how to do it properly so there's no smell, and do that. I use World's Best cat litter, which is a corn-based litter. I'm not allergic to it, and so it's all that corn. It's just going. The corn litter itself is biodegradable, and it is quite a bit more expensive than regular clay cat litter, but I'm allergic to that. But there's no reason why I can't compost their waste, and you just don't use it on anything except trees and bushes and things you're not going to eat. So yeah. Bird food, messy birds. Messy birds. So that's just Canada Day morning. It's probably after 6 o'clock. everything's all front lit there, so I'm not getting a good morning shot. There we go. Welcome to the sun. It was calling for 37 today Celsius. So 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 9 is 3 times 3 is 9. 9 and 2 is 11. So 117 minus 10 is 107 degrees Fahrenheit. So I will probably be spending a lot of the day sleeping. I am tired now. As for this, I have found Rob, who helps me around here, is buying it, and it sounds like this week coming up, after the weekend, so sometime between Monday and Sunday of next week, this is going. So I'll have a big ass empty spot there. So yeah, it's a work in progress. Lots of work in progress. And so, yes, baby, I know you're all wrapped up. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. You say Happy Canada Day? Yeah, Happy Canada Day. Okay, bye everybody. Have a great day.